And a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ives Lamel Family Field on the campus of Brevard College. We're about 18 minutes away from kickoff of this one between the Brevard College Tornadoes and the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops. Tornadoes with a 3-1 overall record, North Carolina Wesleyan 0-3. This cross-divisional matchup in the USA South Conference. Yesterday, the USA South Conference named Brevard College co-West Division champions. They'll play this intersectional cross-divisional game here against North Carolina Wesleyan, the second ever home game in the modern era on the campus of Brevard College. You may have joined us a couple weeks back on March 13th, a resounding 27-3 win over Huntington in the first ever game at this new expanded facility. And then following a bye week, the Tornadoes, very impressive up in Maryville, Tennessee, a 14-3 win. Tornadoes defense in particular has just been playing lights out, keeping opponents out of the end zone. And we'll tell you more about that streak, along with a lot of USA South Conference hardware that has been handed out in recent days with the all-conference awards. So stick with us here. We will have pregame ceremonies along with the kickoff of this one, an early start in the mountains of western North Carolina, 11 a.m. Eastern Time kickoff. North Carolina Wesleyan visiting the home team, the Brevard College Tornadoes. Stick with us. We'll have all the action for you shortly. Welcome back to Ives Lamel Family Field, where we're just over 12 minutes away from getting very close to the start of this one. An early kickoff in the a.m. hours, 11 a.m. scheduled kickoff. Well, in case you missed it, yesterday, Friday, April the 2nd, the USA South Conference declared Brevard College as the spring 2021 Football West Division co-champions. Conference office announced the designation as part of its weekend preview press release, and that distinction will give the Tornadoes that co-championship of the West Division, sharing it with Huntington. The Tornadoes with a 3-1 overall record, 2-1 in the West Division. Huntington 2-1, 2-1 in the West Division. Methodist won the East Division. They're 4-0, 3-0 in the East Division. Huntington and Methodist are taking on each other today, and the Tornadoes are hosting cross-divisional rival North Carolina Wesleyan in the game you're about to watch here at Eys-Lamel Family Field. Now, some hardware handed out after last week's win over Maryville. Quentin Jackson, in particular, getting some big honors, D3 Football Team of the Week, and also the USA South Conference Defensive Player of the Week. So stick around. We'll have even more for you from here on the campus of Brevard College, and looking forward to bringing you all the action here between the battling Bishops and the Brevard College Tornadoes. Stick with us here as we approach kickoff at Eys-Lamel Family Field. Welcome back here to Eys-Lamel Family Field as we approach kickoff between North Carolina Wesleyan and the Brevard College Tornadoes. Do want to fill you in on the USA South Conference all-conference teams that were handed out earlier this week. Brevard swept the running back position. Aaron Bennett and Damon Rouse each earning West Division all-conference honors. Wide receiver, another clean sweep in the West Division for the Tornadoes. Cedric Brooks, Jamariel Parks, and Justin Pendergrass, all with all-conference honors. Two offensive linemen, Justin Parker and Brandon Unanks of the Tornadoes, earning hardware from the USA South Conference for this season's performances. Defensive lineman Jerome Bass, also part of that all-conference team, along with Stephon Kennedy, the exciting linebacker for the Tornadoes. Dante Anderson, the Tornadoes safety, earning all-conference honors as well. And Jamariel Parks, we mentioned him at the wide receiver position. He also earned honors as the USA South Conference's return specialist for his kickoff and punt return prowess. All sportsmanship team was handed out as well. And representing the Tornadoes, offensive lineman Nicholas Eubank. So congratulations to the Tornadoes who earn USA South Conference Spring Football Awards. And it's been an exciting season throughout this year for the Tornadoes. And they have looked tough as of late, as we mentioned, especially on that defensive end. Defense under the direction of defensive coordinator Luke Jakes. Head coach of the Tornadoes, of course, is Bill Kyatt. And we'll tell you about the rest of the staff in just a moment here. Mentioned Luke Jakes, associate head coach and defensive coordinator. Bill Kyatt, the head coach. He also is the offensive coordinator, handles the tight ends. Martin Bayless, assistant head coach, handles special teams and the safeties. Everett Lindsay, associate head coach, handles the run game along with the offensive line. John Tomlinson is the running backs coach. Garrett Kruzik is the pass game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Shane Nelson handles linebackers. Axel Easter, defensive line. Bubba Craven, wide receivers coach. Josh Romero, outside linebackers coach. Ellie Rudd, assistant wide receivers coach. Jake Wellenhofer, assistant special teams. And Caleb Chandler, assistant offensive line coach. Devon Edge is the student assistant safety coach. As the Tornadoes make their way onto Ives Lamel Family Field, excited for this second ever game on the campus of Brevard College. Invocation and national anthem coming up next. So stick with us here as we approach kickoff. North Carolina Wesleyan and the Brevard College Tornadoes coming up shortly.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this beautiful day. We've got to play football this Easter weekend. Just pray over these student athletes and coaches. Some of them to keep well, stay free from injury, keep with good attitudes, keep with all of us. We can go out the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and remove all hats for the singing of our national anthem performed by Brevard College senior Kaniki Eichelberg.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant. And the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So back here at Ives Lamel Family Field, as just minutes away from the coin toss and kickoff of this one between the Tornadoes and the battling Bishops of the visiting North Carolina Wesleyan squad from the East Division of the USA South Conference. And want to give a shout out to Kanique Eichelberger. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And also want to thank the local fire department for helping us out in erecting a beautiful American flag here on the campus of Brevard College. Just a beautiful setting this morning between The crystal clear blue skies, the mountains of Pisgah National Forest in the horizon, the American flag, and, of course, the Brevard College Tornado football team ready to have at it one more time here at Lamel Family Field. Captains for the Tornadoes heading out for the coin toss, Chasen Lowry, Nick Eubanks, and also Wesley Ross, the three captains. Due to COVID-19 protocols, you may notice there just one representative from the captains actually heads out for the actual coin toss. That's been happening throughout college football due to COVID-19 protocols. As you see in the background, perhaps North Carolina Wesleyan starting to make their approach. They'll be on the far sideline as we await the coin toss. And coin is tossed. Brevard wins the toss, defers, and North Carolina Wesleyan will receive. North Carolina Wesleyan will start this contest from right to left. So Tornadoes will get the ball to start the second half after deferring the coin toss, after winning it, and the defense that has been so tough will take the field first for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes in their home gray jerseys with the blue numerals with white outlining. North Carolina Wesleyan in all white. Gold helmets and black and gold lettering on North Carolina Wesleyan. So Tornadoes will kick off to start this one. An 11 a.m. kickoff, so another first here at Lamel Family Field in the second ever game at this newly expanded facility, and should be a lot of fun. Back deep, Jeffrey Black and Kevin Alford for North Carolina Wesleyan. Stamati Damalos will put toe to leather for the Tornadoes. So whistle blows for the opening kickoff at 11 a.m. sharp here at Lamel Family Field, and ready to get this one started. And the kickoff from Damalos. Fielded by Kevin Alford, and quickly he just steps out of bounds. Looked like Luis Alvarez there on the coverage on special teams for the Tornadoes, forcing the kick returner Alford out of bounds. And North Carolina Wesleyan will go to work. Terrence Craig in the shotgun at the quarterback position, and it's a draw play to the running back. Gain of about 6. Jeffrey Black starting tailback with the first carry. So 2nd and 4. Just underway here. First play of scrimmage, a run play for the Battling Bishops. And Craig drops back there. Jock Pledger on the coverage there. So 3rd and 4 at the 27. Pledger had another interception against Maryville. He's been outstanding all season, and he's matched up against Irvin on the near side. 3rd and 4 for the Battling Bishops. Little option play to the near side, and it's going to be a first down for the Battling Bishops. Jeffrey Black on the carry once again. So Battling Bishops able to move the chains there. Toby Naylor on the tackle, the sophomore from Southampton, England. So just underway, opening minute at Islamel Family Field. 1st and 10 from the 38 now. And all over that play in the backfield. There's a flag on the play, so we'll wait to see what the marker's for. But Toby Naylor just ate that play alive for the Tornadoes. Also in on that one, several Tornadoes in the middle of that one. Ernest Smith the second. So a false start call on the Battling Bishops, pushing them back 5 yards. So 1st and 15 now, while Naylor and Ernest Smith the second just ate up that last play. See what North Carolina Wesleyan dials up here. Play action fake, then throws it down the field, then intercepted by Jock Pledger, and then Pledger on the interception return. There's a flag on the play, so we'll see what that's all about, but it happened after the interception, may have been on the return, but Jock Pledger, a big-time pickoff there. Interception number 5 on the year for Jock Pledger. The sophomore from Monroe, Georgia, Walnut Grove High School. Had a great freshman campaign and then has just taken it up a notch here in his sophomore season. Jock Pledger, first turnover of this one, and Tornadoes once again defensively just getting it done. So a block in the back is going to push the Tornadoes back, but bottom line is the turnover stands and Tornadoes will take over possession. So senior Stephen Hogan under center for the Tornadoes in the shotgun position. Aaron Bennett behind him in the tailback spot. Hogan juggles the shotgun snap just a little bit, then the Battling Bishops all over that one. James Hayden leading the charge for North Carolina Wesleyan, also R.J. Carter. So a tough opening snap there. It's going to push the Tornadoes back a bit. 2nd and 13 from the 32. The senior Stephen Hogan. Handoff there to Aaron Bennett, and a big hole made by that offensive line. Bennett with a nice gain there to make this a 3rd down and manageable. It'll be 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 at the 42. Impressive run there by Bennett. Now Cedric Brooks under center. A look that we got a little scouting report that this could happen, and Brooks able to deliver using his legs. A About a 13-yard gain there and a Tornado first down. Arnold eventually brought him down, but what a compelling look. Cedric Brooks, of course, a starting wide receiver for the Tornadoes and incredibly exciting player, a first-team USA South Conference West Division selection this season and out of Portland, Oregon, and so versatile that you can actually play him at quarterback as well, and that's the look that the Tornadoes dialed up right there. First down, Tornadoes. Rush here by Mitchell Yoder, so the running game for the Tornadoes showing some prowess. And that'll be another Tornado first down off the Yoder carry. So 3 straight running plays of 10 yards or more. And then another hard rush there.
Have a good game by the Tornadoes. On the carry number 16.
Pendergrass with a rush there.
Down and 2 for the Tornadoes.
So the running game, Tornadoes still haven't attempted a pass on this drive. It's been a compelling one. Rushes by Bennett, Brooks, Yoder, and then Pendergrass. Flag on the play here. Yoder with the carry up the middle. And we'll see what the flag's all about here as another set checks into the game for the Tornadoes. Offsides is the call on the Battling Bishops. Jordy Wilkinson checking in, also Jaden O'Leary. Hogan under center for the Tornadoes. Hogan came in on relief for Eli Carr. Check that. Dalton Cole has checked into the game. So we've seen Brooks. And now here's Dalton Cole. Cole able to break a tackle and a hard rush there. Dalton Cole, Tornado fans certainly familiar with that name from nearby Hendersonville. All sorts of USA South Conference hardware he's collected in his career and has taken on a bit of a different role this season. Very versatile, H-back, tight end, even quarterback at times. And right there, we've seen 3 different quarterbacks take snaps for the Tornadoes on this opening drive. And Tornadoes still yet to attempt a pass on this opening drive as Hogan checks back in. We've seen Hogan, we've seen Cole, we've seen Brooks. First and goal from the 7-yard line. And a timeout on the field. Timeout by Brevard College, so we'll take it with them. An exciting opening drive here. Tornadoes have really controlled the action with their running game. So far, 6 plays, 58 yards, all on the ground for the Tornadoes. Stick with us. We'll bring you more action here. Brevard versus North Carolina Wesleyan, scoreless at Islamel Family Field. Back to action here. The Tornadoes have been very effective, showing different looks and also running the ball. That last rush by Dalton Cole, 14 yards. Pendergrass had an impressive rush. Yoder as well. Same with Brooks. Now DJ Taylor has checked in. So many different looks the Tornadoes can provide with their offensive personnel. Stephen Hogan takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Taylor. Taylor up the middle. And a good-looking rush there to get close to the goal line, but it'll bring up a second down in goal. So it'll be second and goal from the 4.
Make it second and
So Dalton Cole is checked in now in this goal line situation. Second and goal from the 4. Direct snap to Cole. Cole up the middle and touchdown. Dalton Cole with the touchdown. Very impressive drive by the Tornadoes. All on the ground. And saw 3 different quarterbacks. And Dalton Cole with the 4-yard touchdown rush. Tornadoes went for 2 and were held out of the end zone. So trying to take an early 8-0 lead. It'll be 6-0 here early on. And what a drive by the Tornadoes. 8 plays, 64 yards. Cole with the 4-yard touchdown rush to cap off the drive, and just an impressive display of offensive imagination, but also running the ball mostly up the middle with that offensive line creating gaps for those running backs or quarterbacks, and just an impressive opening drive for the Tornadoes, taking an early 6-0 lead. And it was all set up, by the way, by the Jock Pledger interception. Gave the Tornadoes the ball for their first offensive series. So 8:30 to play here, quarter number 1. Brevard 6, NC Wesleyan 0. Kickoff here by Stamati DeMalos, and deep Kevin Alford and Jeffrey Black for the Battling Bishops. This will be Alford, and he picks the ball off the turf and then able to break a couple tackles, and he's going to go to the house, it looks like. Touchdown, Kevin Alford on the kickoff return. No flags. The touchdown will count, and it was kind of a busted play there for a moment. Alford muffed the kickoff, picked the ball up off the turf surface here at Islamel Family Field, and then went the distance. A kickoff return touchdown to the house by Alford. And just like that, we are all tied up at 6-6. Extra point attempt here for the Battling Bishops. Nolan Wheeloff. Extra point is good. So your score, North Carolina Wesleyan 7, Brevard College 6. 8:17 to play after the Alford kickoff return. A 78-yard kickoff return for the touchdown by Kevin Alford. So back at it in just a moment here. Your score, North Carolina Wesleyan 7, Brevard 6. Chase Corey with the kickoff for the Battling Bishops, and Jamariel Parks, the all-conference return specialist, will have his first opportunity after the Battling Bishops just scored on a kickoff return for a touchdown, and kind of similar, off the turf, Parks picks it up, and now Parks on the move. Parks, 2-man to beat, able to bring it all the way up to the 50-yard line. So 2 very similar kickoff returns, and Jamariel Parks able to find some daylight there and then return that kickoff all the way to the 50-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field. Your score, North Carolina Wesleyan 7, Brevard 6. So a Tornadoes penalty is going to negate the long kickoff return by Jamariel Parks. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 10. So a very costly penalty there. Stephen Hogan will go back to work for the Tornadoes. Yoder is the tailback. Handoff to Yoder. Finding a gap through the right side. Good-looking rush there by Mitchell Yoder. Very close to the first down markers. And that's going to, in fact, move the chains for another first down. So Yoder able to get just over 10 yards on that carry. Willis with the tackle for North Carolina Wesleyan, and Hogan will go back to work. Tornadoes' 9th play, make that the 10th play of the game from scrimmage right here, and still have not thrown the ball. Yet another rush up the middle. Hayden with the tackle. Hayden, we've called his name a couple times already on the tackle for the Battling Bishops. Quick little screen to the flat. Justin Pendergrass, another USA South Conference honoree this week. Part of that exciting receiving corps. That'll set up a 3rd and 2. Dalton Cole and Brooks both into the contest here. This is Brooks once again. An impressive rush there. We've seen this a couple times now from Brooks. And a first down and then some. Gain of a dozen for Brooks. And that'll move the chains once again. So what was a precarious situation starting this drive all the way back at the 10-yard line, Tornadoes able to muscle out a couple of first downs and move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 41. This will be the 5th play of the drive coming up. First 10 plays of this contest were all rushes. Here's another rush for the Tornadoes. The one pass to Pendergrass. DJ Taylor on that last carry. Second and 3 coming up. Just over 5 minutes to play here, quarter number 1. Bishops leading the Tornadoes 7-6. Screen into the flat once again to Pendergrass. Hogan to Pendergrass. Carter brings him down. So the 2 passes thus far, both connections between Hogan and Pendergrass. Pendergrass had kind of that bust-out game up at Averett a few weeks back and certainly provides a completely different look compared to a lot of the receiving core. Hogan will once again get set under center, the senior from Ocoee, Florida. Hogan drops back and able to find Dalton Cole. So once again, that versatility of Dalton Cole. He scored a touchdown earlier on a rush and then able to pull in a catch. More on the tackle for North Carolina Wesleyan. So Tornadoes, several first downs on this drive, moving the chains and dialing up a variety of looks and also play calls. That last one, a connection between Hogan and Cole. 3:38 to play here, quarter number 1. Rush up the middle here. Daylight for Rouse. So first carry for Rouse. Damon Rouse. 6-yard gain. So Tornadoes rushing attack. Very effective early on here and controlling the time of possession in a big way, keeping that defense off the field and making North Carolina Wesleyan work for it on the defensive end. Little bit of a busted play there. It's going to be a loss of about 1. Willis with the tackle. Rouse with the carry once again. Checking in, Mitchell Yoder. Also Jordy Wilkinson. Cole. Will be in the quarterback position. We've seen Brooks, we've seen Cole, we've seen Hogan. Shotgun snap to Cole, and then Cole takes it himself, able to weave his way through. Cole, 40-yard touchdown. Dalton Cole, his second of the game. Dalton Cole, ladies and gentlemen, what a brilliant run, weaving in and out of North Carolina Wesleyan's defense and able to go all the way to the house. A 40-yard touchdown scamper. Dalton Cole's second touchdown of the day. Tornadoes go up 12-6. Check that, 12-7. Tornadoes on top. Damalos will line up for the extra point. Long snappers Brandon Whitfield, Holder Thomas Kramer, Stamati Damalos with the extra point here. And it is up and good. So a 10-play, 90-yard drive. If you remember, a long kickoff return by Parks was negated, and the drive started all the way back at the 10-yard line. Tornadoes, 10 plays, 90 yards, and a 40-yard touchdown by Dalton Cole using his legs. What a brilliant rush by Dalton Cole, the junior from nearby Hendersonville. So just like that, the Tornadoes storm back into the lead 13-7. Cole with a 40-yard touchdown rush and a 4-yard touchdown rush. And Damalos will kick off again for the Tornadoes. Black and Alford deep. Watch out for Alford. He returned one to the house. 78 yards on the last kickoff from Damalos. And this will be Alford once again from the 15. This time, Tornadoes able to contain that return. So the Bishops will take over at the 34-yard line. Well, the Tornadoes really controlling the action. North Carolina Wesleyan with just one first down on their opening drive. They scored their touchdown on a kickoff return. Tornadoes with a 9-1 advantage in first downs. Tornadoes 4 for 4 on third down. And the most impressive number of all, 136 yards rushing already for the Tornadoes. Just 15 for the Battling Bishops. And the Tornadoes had just dominated time of possession, 11 minutes to roughly 2 minutes for the Battling Bishops. So a penalty there against the Tornadoes is going to tack on a few extra yards for Wesleyan. A participation penalty on that kickoff. Seemed to be some sort of number duplication situation. An administrative penalty. Craig under center for the Battling Bishops. If you recall, their first offensive series, an interception by Jock Pledger, put an end to it. Black is the tailback. All sorts of Tornadoes in the backfield, creating havoc. Damian Johnson in the middle of all that. The big nose tackle from Spartanburg, South Carolina. About 80 seconds to play here, quarter number 1. And incomplete there. Wesley Ross in the vicinity. And just like that, a third down. So 3rd and 10. And able to find the open receiver there. Craig delivers to Alford. Alford has scored on a kickoff return, and then a big play there, the biggest offensive play for scrimmage so far for North Carolina Wesleyan. And a third down conversion for North Carolina Wesleyan after the 29-yard pass and catch to Alford. That time, the Tornadoes defense stuffing that run. Chris Diaz, the junior from Bethesda, Maryland, in the middle of that one.
Chris Diaz, number 36 on the tackle by the Tornadoes.
So 2nd and 10 as the clock continues to tick here in the first quarter. Slight difference between the play clock and game clock, so North Carolina Wesleyan may have to get a playoff here before the end of the first. Shotgun snap to Craig. And once again, the Tornado defense able to disrupt that running play. Black once again on the carry for North Carolina Wesleyan. So at the end of the first quarter, your score, Tornadoes 13, Battling Bishop 7. We'll bring you quarter number 2 in just a matter of moments. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Brevard College Football. Back here at Islamel Family Field, where the Tornadoes lead the Battling Bishops 13-7. Tornadoes took an early lead after a Jock Pledger interception set up an impressive opening drive for the Tornado offense. 8 plays, 64 yards in 4 minutes, 48 seconds. Dalton Cole capped it off with a 4-yard touchdown rush. A 2-point conversion attempt by the Tornadoes was no good. And then on the next ensuing kickoff, Kevin Alford of North Carolina Wesleyan goes to the house, a 78-yard touchdown on the kickoff return. North Carolina Wesleyan converts the extra point to go ahead 7-6, and then a 10-play, 90-yard drive capped by a 40-yard rush, a very impressive rush by Dalton Cole to give the Tornadoes the lead 13-7. Meanwhile, North Carolina Wesleyan has been driving the ball here, and we switch directions, and this is a third down play for North Carolina Wesleyan, and Tornadoes defense trying to hold the Bishops just short, it looks like, of that marker. So decision time for North Carolina Wesleyan. Jerome Bass, the all-conference performer, in the middle of that one. So they'll go for it here on fourth down. So 4th and short. Craig leading the charge for North Carolina Wesleyan. Gary Day's in the contest, and great play there to blow that one up. Quentin Jackson coming up from his cornerback position. Big time play there for Q. And Tornadoes have already earned a turnover via the interception by one cornerback, Jock Pledger, and now cornerback on the other side, Quentin Jackson, with the big-time tackle in the backfield to cause the turnover on downs. If you recall, the Tornadoes very effective also on fourth down defense against Huntington in that big win a couple weeks back, and doing it again here this afternoon. Hogan back to work with the Tornado offense. Rush up the middle by Yoder, and that'll be a gain of 5 by Mitchell Yoder. So checking back in, Justin Pendergrass. We've seen him both running the ball and catching the ball thus far. A lot of different looks the Tornadoes have been offering up here and really controlling the clock. And with that current 13-7 lead. Option play here, and on the sweep was Yoder. R.J. Carter on the tackle. So another third down for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes a perfect 4 for 4 on third down. See if they can keep that streak going. 13-15 to play here, quarter number 2. Cole and Brooks. So two options here. It's going to be Brooks. Brooks with a pump fake and then takes it himself, breaking a tackle. And looks like he's going to be just a bit short. So that'll bring up a fourth down. So Damon Hewitt will punt for the Tornadoes. So first punt of the contest. And Hewitt will take the snap from Brandon Whitfield, the long snapper. Some pressure on Hewitt, a little bit of contact there, no flag. And Hewitt with a good-looking boot there. Fair catch at the 35-yard line. About a 33-yard punt. And the Tornadoes defense will head back onto the field, and North Carolina Wesleyan will go back to work on the offensive end. Alford, the punt returner there with the fair catch. He scored with a kickoff return for a touchdown. And so the Tornadoes defense not allowing a touchdown. That streak still continues since that touchdown came on special teams. Craig at quarterback drops back, finds a receiver in the flat. Wesley Ross able to make the tackle in space, and that's going to be a couple yards short of a first down. It's going to be second, and we'll call it 3. Just over 12 minutes to play here. Quarter number 2. Been a good one so far on a beautiful Saturday morning. Rush for a first down there. Tackle by Wyatt Langford of the Tornadoes, but chains move. 1st and 10. North Carolina Wesleyan. Antonio Williams also in on that last tackle on the rush by Black. Now a rush on the far side. Craig with a quarterback keeper for 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Antonio Williams with that last tackle. Also Chris Diaz. And then Q Jackson on the pass defense there. Pass complete to Irvin. So that'll bring up 3rd, and we'll call it a short 3. 10:30 to play here, quarter number 2. Battling Bishop so far 2 for 3 on 3rd down. Option play near side, and that's going to be good for a first down there. Rush by Black. Jock Pledger stepping up to make the tackle, but it's going to be a first down. The chains will move once again, and maybe the best looking drive North Carolina Wesleyan's had so far. This will be the 6th play of the drive for the Battling Bishops. Craig drops back. Pressure there by Stefan Kennedy, making things very uncomfortable for Black. Jock Pledger on the coverage. That's Stefan Kennedy, one of those USA South Conference honorees, and the senior out of Glendale, Arizona, Apollo High School, transferred to Brevard College from Glendale CC, and a disruptive force on that outside edge, Stefan Kennedy. MVP of the Scotty Whitelaw Bowl. 9:40 to play here. Pass incomplete. Quentin Jackson on the coverage. Also Derek Frazier from that nickelback position. And that'll bring up another third down, and this one a little more difficult than the last third down attempt. 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tyler Harrison checking in for the Tornadoes. Craig, quick release there, almost picked off by the Tornadoes. Logan Akins had his sights on that one. But great stop there. The Tornadoes' pass defense flexing their muscle. 3 straight incompletions. Stefan Kennedy, a disruptive force in the backfield, making it tough on Craig. And that it'll be a punt for Corey. Pendergrass will handle the return duties deep for the Tornadoes. Pendergrass is going to let this fly over his head. North Carolina Wesleyan trying to keep it in play and out of that end zone, but it's going to be a touchback and Tornadoes ball with 9:25 to play. Your score, Brevard 13, North Carolina 7. There's a flag on the play as well, so we'll stick around and see what that's all about. But great stop there by the Tornadoes as North Carolina Wesleyan was, in fact, moving the ball. And then the Tornadoes' pass defense really kind of locking things down on those last few plays. So it's a face mask on the Tornadoes. So, or check that, correction. So face mask number 55 listed as Tim Willis for the Bishops. So Tornadoes will get a break here after the touchback as the referees continue to sort this out. So it'll be 1st and down for the Tornadoes. Ball spotted at the 35. And Stephen Hogan will go back to work. Jamario Parks, receiver on the near side. Snap to Hogan. Rush snuffed out there. Mitchell Yoder with the carry. Willis leading the charge there. Came all the way from the other side to make that tackle. Linebacker for North Carolina Wesleyan. Out of Charlotte. Freshman from Harding High School. 8:52 to play here, quarter number 2. Yoder to the right of Hogan. The snap to Hogan. Rolls out to his right. And the flag on the play, it'll likely be pass interference. Pass was intended for Deshaun Curtis.
Pass intended
We'll check that. Cedric Brooks, the intended receiver. Dylan Kaysen with the pass interference. That was one of those calls where everyone in the stadium kind of knew and just took an extra little second there until the referee threw the flag, and the fans here at Eyes Lamel Family Field erupted in satisfaction. First and 10 from their own 49. Hogan and Yoder in the background for the Tornadoes. Bit of a double tight end set here. Rush up the middle to Yoder. Yoder then beats a couple battling Bishop defenders and then continues to drag defenders. Impressive rush there. Kaysen eventually brought him down, but Mitchell Yoder with a good-looking rush there. And another first down for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes now with 12 first downs. Just 4 for North Carolina Wesleyan. That was a 16-yard scamper by Yoder. Rush here up the middle. Rouse now getting in on the action. Little extracurricular after the play there. Also have an injured player, so we'll sort all this out. So timeout on the field for injury. We mentioned the 12 first downs for the Tornadoes. 171 total yards for the Tornadoes, just 76 for North Carolina Wesleyan. 158 yards rushing for the Tornadoes. Been impressive on the ground. 2 rushing TDs for Dalton Cole. Cole with 3 carries for 58 yards and the 2 touchdowns. Mitchell Yoder with 7 carries for 45 yards. Cedric Brooks, 3 for 26. Rouse, 3 for 14. Aaron Bennett with a rush for 11 yards. DJ Taylor with 2 rushes for 10. Pendergrass and Hogan each with rushes as well. So not only are the Tornadoes racking up a bunch of rushing yards, but really spreading around that football. So Zion Bargelo was the injured player for the Tornadoes. Good to see him able to come to the sideline, and we'll go back to work here. Todd Norman stepping in to that right guard position. Rouse now with a rush up the middle. And Rouse, some hard running. We've been talking about those running backs and also the quarterbacks for the Tornadoes producing this rushing attack, and Rouse continuing to battle, move those thighs of his. 9-yard rush there will bring up 2nd and 1. DJ Taylor now in the backfield for the Tornadoes. A couple yards behind Hogan. Hogan fakes to Taylor, rolls out to his right. And Brooks with a juggling catch and then able to bring it in. What a weapon Brooks is. Brooks already with 3 rushes for 26 yards. And then that catch there. That'll bring up a 2nd and 3. At the 12-yard line. After that 7-yard play. DJ Taylor with the rush. North Carolina Wesleyan all over it defensively.
Bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Brevard.
Devon Lucas with that last tackle for North Carolina Wesleyan. Freshman number 16. So 3rd and 7 now for the Tornadoes offense. And a whistle and a flag, some movement. We'll see who it's on. And it's going to be a false start on the Tornadoes. Good to see Zion Bargelow checking back in. So when Bargelow checked out, Andrew Tarleton checked in. Norman moved from left guard to right guard. But good to see Bargelow back into the contest now. And meanwhile, this is going to create a tough 3rd down situation for the Tornadoes offense. Currently on a 6-play, 58-yard drive. After that false start, it's going to make it a 3rd and 12 situation. Under 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Rouse in the background to Stephen Hogan's right. Hogan drops back. Throw to the end zone and incomplete. Intended to Jonathan Woods. It looked like a clean route and just unable to make that connection inbounds. A good throw by Hogan. And that's going to set up a field goal situation. Stamati Damalos, this will be from 39 yards. .39-yard attempt. The kick is up. And good. Stamati Damalos with a 39-yard field goal. 16-7. Tornadoes now on top. So great field goal there by Damalos from 39 yards. Capping off a 7-play, 58-yard drive. Chewed a lot more clock once again. Tornadoes continuing to control most of the action in this one. First downs 13-4. Rushing yards a whopping 169-34. And total yards 189-76. So pretty much in every statistical category imaginable, Tornadoes with the advantage. The only miscue for the Tornadoes was allowing a kickoff return for a touchdown by Alford. And Alford will be on the far side with Mosier on the near side. So we'll see if Damalos kicks away from Alford as the ball blows off the tee. Now, there has been heavy wind here, and the temperatures, at least early morning, were rather cold, below freezing at sunrise. Warmed up a bit as the day's gone on, but occasional wind gusts, as you saw right there with the football blowing off the tee. And the kick from Damalos. Alford once again from the 15-yard line, number 15, and Tornadoes all over it this time. The kickoff return. And a flag after some extracurricular play after that one. So we'll see what the penalty's all about here. Emotions often run high on those kickoff returns. So those penalties will offset 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, 1 on each team.
Bishop will take over first and 10 from the 24-yard line.
First and 10 from the 24-yard line. Craig will go back to work for the Battling Bishops. Just under 5 minutes now to play. Rush completely snuffed out there. Stefan Kennedy in the middle. And looks like another injury timeout. Gary Days, the running back, the man down. So 4:46 to play in this one. Tornadoes 16, Bishops 7 in this cross-divisional matchup in the USA South Conference. USA South Conference named the Tornadoes co-West Division champions. That was in a press release yesterday. And a very motivated Brevard College team for this morning kickoff. As we've hit the noon hour, so we can transition from the morning to midday and the afternoon. And by the way, Tornadoes men's soccer coming up after this one. 4 p.m., a USA South Conference playoff game on this very field. So stick with us on the YouTube channel, and we'll bring you men's soccer action. So after the injury timeout, we'll get back after it here. 4:46 to play here, quarter number 2. And Tornadoes enjoying a 9-point lead. 2 touchdowns, both by Dalton Cole. And a Stamati Damalos field goal. North Carolina Wesleyan, their only touchdown coming off a kickoff return. Craig with the pass there, incomplete. Derek Frazier, the senior from Hartwell, Georgia. Third down and 7 for North Carolina Wesleyan. 2 wide receiver split out to the near side, 1 to the far side. And Jock Pledger was all over that play again, and the Tornado sideline felt Pledger actually got his hands under that football and perhaps for his second interception of the contest. He's already picked off one today, but the bottom line is incomplete. Tornadoes with the stop, and Battling Bishops will be forced to punt as Tornadoes enjoying the Tornado homemade siren. So 4:29 to play here, and a punt here. Corey will punt for North Carolina Wesleyan. Pendergrass deep. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be a delay of game once this is all sorted out. So play clock ran out on the Bishops here. We'll get the official word first here from this official crew. So delay of game there. That'll push the Bishops back even further, and Pendergrass will step up about 5 yards to see if he can get some traction on a punt return here from the boot by Corey.
Number 16, Justin Pendergrass, back deep for the Tornadoes.
The boot from Corey. Pendergrass is going to let this bounce and then pick it up off the second bounce. Beats a Battling Bishop defender. Fumbles the ball. It briefly goes off of R.J. Everett, and then Pendergrass picks it back up. Might have been ill-advised to begin with to field that punt, and certainly playing with a little bit of fire there, letting the ball bounce around. But no harm, no foul. Tornadoes able to regain possession and get started here. Stephen Hogan and Mitchell Yoder in the backfield for the Tornadoes. Hogan, that senior quarterback. 4 wide receiver set. Rush up the middle to Yoder.
Yoder turns the ball up the middle for the Tornadoes.
Good looking rush there. We've seen a lot of Yoder as Kaysen brought him down after 6 or 7 yards on that one. Hogan with the keeper, and that'll be a first down. So an early storyline for the Tornado offense has been quarterback running game. Whether it was Hogan, like we saw just there on the first down, Dalton Cole with 2 rushing touchdowns from the quarterback position, also Cedric Brooks, a weapon when he lines up at quarterback. As you see, Brooks, the receiver on the near side here, a receiver by trade, but can also play that quarterback position. Now rush up the middle by Rouse. And the Tornadoes continue to put together big gain after big game in the rushing attack. Hey, hats off to this offensive line for making a lot of this happen. Guys like Brandon Unanks, Todd Norman, Nicholas Eubanks, Zion Bargelow, Ari Drake. Rouse with another carry here. And a first down for the Tornadoes as Tornadoes rushing attack just continues to thrash this North Carolina Wesleyan defense. Rouse now with 5 carries, 32 yards. Yoder has 8 carries for 52. And the Tornadoes rushing attack just fantastic. 192 rushing yards, and we're still in the second quarter. Hogan drops back to pass. Able to find an open receiver. Dalton Cole with the catch. The versatility, folks, of Dalton Cole, absolutely exceptional. Hogan able to find Cole there. Cole, 3 carries for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had a 40-yard touchdown pass. That's his second reception of the game. And just like that, the Tornadoes are in a short yardage situation after that 29-yard pass to Cole. Now Cole under center, once again showing that versatility. Cole with a move to his left, and that, folks, is his 3rd touchdown of the game. Dalton Cole, the native of Hendersonville, North Carolina, a decorated student athlete, and this season the versatility of Cole has just been exceptional. 3 touchdowns already in this first half, all with his legs. Also has 2 catches, including a big pass and catch on that drive. And Tornadoes make the extra point by Damalos to go ahead 23-7. So just a compelling drive there. Tornadoes pounding the ball with the rushing attack. Rush from Yoder, a keeper from Hogan. Back-to-back rushes by Rouse, 1 for 11 yards and another for 9. And then the 29-yard pass, Hogan to Cole, to set up the Cole 2-yard touchdown, his 3rd of the afternoon. And the Tornadoes continuing to flex their muscle here at Ise Lamel Family Field. Brevard 23, North Carolina Wesleyan 7, 1:15 to play here in the second half as the NATO Nation chant starts in the grandstands of Ise Lamel Family Field. Also great to see the drumline, new addition of Brevard College Athletics, pounding those rhythms. Dalton Cole, ladies and gentlemen, a 3-touchdown performance, and we're not even to halftime yet. And Tornadoes already in control of this one, 23-7, but knowing Brevard's style, they're not going to let their foot off the pedal anytime soon. Damalos, kickoff here to Alford. He had a return for a touchdown earlier, and he will be tackled around the 37-yard line. Looked like A.J. Richardson in on the tackle for the Tornadoes. Also in the middle of all that, DDA Hall. Craig will go back to work for North Carolina Wesleyan. 1:09 to play here, second quarter. And a pick there. Derek Frazier with the interception, the second of the day for the Brevard College defense. And Derek Frazier, folks, the senior from Hartwell, Georgia, with the interception. And Tornadoes will have another opportunity here before halftime to add to this lead after that pick. Second of the contest. Jacques Pledger had one on the opening drive for North Carolina Wesleyan. So Tornadoes with an advantage now in the turnover category, and we'll go back to work here. Hogan and DJ Taylor in the backfield. Handoff to Taylor. Taylor cuts to his right and picks up about 3 yards, a flag on the play. Licenti on the tackle. holding call on the Tornadoes, so that'll push them back. Jonathan Woods checking in for the Tornadoes. Certainly an exciting option. On the near side, 2 receivers, Jonathan Woods and Justin Pendergrass. 4 receiver set for the Tornadoes. DJ Taylor in the backfield to the left of Hogan. Brooks and Parks, the receivers to the right. Hogan back, able to find Woods. Good looking pass and catch there. Tornadoes, by the way, have 2 timeouts remaining, as the clock continues to tick here, and Tornadoes in a hurry-up mode. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be enough for a first down, and then Coach Bill Kayak promptly asked for a timeout. DJ Taylor with the carry there, the first down rush. Tackle by James Hayden. So that's the second timeout of the half for the Tornadoes. So it's been all Tornadoes in this one. The only blemish, a offered kickoff return for North Carolina Wesleyan. 3 rushing touchdowns, all by Dalton Cole. The rushing attack has been fierce. And 2 turnovers by the Tornado defense, Jock Pledger and Derek Frazier, each with interceptions. Damalos also hit a long field goal, and it all adds up to a 23-7 Tornado advantage, and seeing if they can get one more score here before the end of the second quarter. Hogan, back to pass. Looking end zone here. Actually, down at about the 2-yard line. Cedric Brooks going up high for that one. First team West Division USA South Conference performer this spring. And Brooks showing exactly why they're going up high, and then spiking the ball to preserve the clock at 12 seconds to play here in the second quarter. See if the Tornadoes, maybe 2 opportunities to try to find the end zone, if you can design some quick passing plays here, or do you pound it up the middle and try to find the end zone that way? Still 1 timeout in your back pocket. Yoder, the tailback behind Hogan. Snap to Hogan, rush to Yoder. Touchdown, Mitchell Yoder. So a well-executed 2-minute offense by the Tornadoes after the Frazier interception, taking advantage of a short field there, adding to the lead. And Mitchell Yoder with the touchdown rush for 3 yards. Damalos will line up for the extra point. Kramer, the holder. Whitfield, the snapper. Kick is up and good. So 30-7. Tornadoes have outscored North Carolina Wesleyan 17-0 here in this second quarter. to take this large lead, and that last one set up by the Frazier interception. The 3-yard touchdown rush by Yoder. The big play on that drive, the Hogan pass to Cedric Brooks, which got the Tornadoes down to the 3-yard line. Also a nice-looking pass play to Woods for 17 on that drive. 5 plays, 44 yards. Only took 56 seconds. So, Tornadoes with 17 unanswered points. Bit of a squib kick here by Damalos, and it's covered up by North Carolina Wesleyan. Jerry Smith able to safely corral in the football, and 5.1 seconds left for North Carolina Wesleyan. And we'll head to halftime in just a few moments here. So North Carolina Wesleyan looks like they'll be content heading into the halftime locker room, but certainly not content with the score, 30-7, Brevard on top of North Carolina Wesleyan. Other than the one special teams miscue, you couldn't ask for too much more from the Tornadoes' perspective, able to pile on a 30-7 lead. 3 rushing touchdowns by Dalton Cole and a touchdown by
On behalf of over 400 student athletes, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize and thank all corporate sponsors.
Mitchell Yoder on that last drive to put the Tornadoes up 30-7.
This year's sponsors include Arby's, Brevard Orthopedics, vs.NC Sports,
So stick with us here. Your score at halftime, Brevard 30, North Carolina Wesleyan. We'll come back after this message from Brevard College with all the halftime statistics for you from Ives Lamel Family Field.
I'm definitely feeling more confident now than I was as a freshman. I've taken jumps in my academic career, and I've taken jumps in just socializing and getting out and getting to do things I've never done before.
The thing that brought me to Brevard is the experiential learning. I've always been a hands-on guy.
I love it here at Brevard. Over Christmas break, I was itching to come back because I love the area so much.
Experiential learning here is beyond all of my expectations. It has really blown me away with projects that are fun and exciting and all the outdoor activities that we've done.
My financial aid process was very smooth. My freshman year, I came in worry-free, which was amazing because it allowed me to focus on my academics and focus on finding my place here at Brevard.
In Brevard, there's all kinds of things to do, whether it be go up into downtown and look at all the shops, or go up to any of the national forests and hike, camp, anything like that. And that's what I'm into, the hiking, camping, backpacking, the biking.
There's a lot to do outside. It's probably one of the prettiest places on the earth. And to come to somewhere where it's such a tight-knit community, where everybody has your back, I mean, you're not gonna find that anywhere else at bigger schools.
I like to go hang out in the coffee shop, sit outside at the picnic tables, maybe do a little bit of homework there, and just socialize because there's always somebody that I know there.
Brevard does make it easy to come here. The admission process is very simple.
Scholarship day, I came and they had everything figured out for me, and I sat down with the advisor and it was super simple.
I love the faculty. I love the staff. I love the experiential education. So many things speak to me. It screams my home away from home.
It's just a great feeling to be on campus, which is why I've decided this is where I'm going to be, this is where I want to graduate, this is where I want my degree to come from.
We want to play soccer.
We want to climb.
We want to play baseball.
We want to race.
We want to play basketball. We want to play football.
We want to play soccer.
We want to race.
We want to cheer.
We want to play lacrosse.
We want to play basketball.
We want to play tennis.
We want to play lacrosse. We want to play volleyball. We want to play softball.
Hi, I'm Tyler Clark, a junior on the Brevard College cycling team. Help us race this season by practicing the 3 W's. Wear a mask, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands. Thank you, and go Tornadoes.
I wear my mask to protect my daughter who has chronic kidney disease.
I wear my mask because I respect other people and want to keep friends and students and family healthy.
I wear my mask to protect others.
I wear my mask to protect my baby.
I wear my mask because I want to protect my loved ones, especially my grandparents. They're a little bit older, so I want to protect them for sure.
I wear a mask because I want to keep other people safe and healthy.
I wear my mask to protect my 3-year-old niece and because I care about other people.
I wear a mask because I really care about my students.
I wear my mask because I want to protect my friends and family.
Thank you for protecting our friends, family, and loved ones. We're all in this together.
So second half getting started here at Islamel Family Field. Tornadoes, who deferred following the opening coin toss, will start with the ball here. Jamario Parks on the kickoff return. So 1st and 10 at the 37. Hogan back under center. DJ Taylor in the backfield for the Tornadoes. Already ahead 30-7 in this one. Carry here for Taylor. He busts it to the outside. And then North Carolina Wesleyan, RJ Carter with the tackle. First half was a lot of rushing for the Tornadoes, 211 yards to just 40 by North Carolina Wesleyan. 3 touchdowns for Dalton Cole with his legs, including a 40-yard scamper. Mitchell Yoder had a touchdown as well. Field goal by Stamati Damalos of 39 yards. 2nd and 5 here from the 42. Rush by Taylor, first down. And so the Tornadoes continue to add to that rushing total.
That'll be enough for a Tornado first down.
Franklin with the tackle. But another first down for the Tornadoes. 21 first downs for the Tornadoes, just 4 for the Battling Bishops. Another whopping number from that first half possession time, 21 minutes to 9 minutes in favor of the NATOs. 1st and 10 from the North Carolina Wesleyan 48. Rush up the middle. Gain of 1. Tackle by Robinson.
On the carry, bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yoder in the backfield now.
Mitchell Yoder, the tailback to the right of Hogan. Little pass there. Screen to Luis Alvarez, the junior from Guadalupe, Arizona.
Bring up a 3rd down.
Good to see Alvarez getting a touch. That'll bring up a 3rd down. Tornadoes were 4 of 6 in 3rd down efficiency in that opening half. Hogan back to pass. Lets it ride. Deep shot to Justin Pendergrass. 46-yard deep shot. And the Tornadoes stretch their lead even further. And Hogan with the touchdown connection to Justin Pendergrass. Extra point from Damalos.
Damalos' kick is up, and it's good.
And the kick is good. So an impressive start to the 3rd quarter for the Tornadoes. A 5-play, 63-yard drive took 2 minutes and 52 seconds. And the Tornadoes now with 24 unanswered points, up 37-7. Damon Hewitt will kick off this time around for the Tornadoes. So Tornadoes blanked NC Wesleyan 17-zip in the second quarter, now 7-0 here in the third. Just a dominant performance for the Tornadoes. Alford in black deep for Wesleyan. This kick's going to make its way all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Interesting approach there by Hewitt, and very effective to split the two kickoff returners and create the touchback. NATO Nation fired up here in the grandstands at Islamel Family Field. Yeah, enjoying the kicking game. You know, Damalos hitting that 39-yard field goal, and then Hewitt with a brilliant kickoff there. Tornadoes just continuing to dominate. Total yards, 369 to 82. Jerome Bass with a big-time tackle there. The all-conference performer. So just a 1-yard gain there, and 2nd and 9 now for the Battling Bishops.
Another Jerome Bass.
Bass once again, back-to-back tackles by Bass. Jerome Bass, the junior from Red Springs, North Carolina, letting his presence be known at defensive end position, part of that front three for the Tornadoes. 3rd and 9 for the Battling Bishops in the meantime. And the Tornado pass rush just all over Craig. Chris Diaz. First one there for the Tornadoes, and the Tornadoes defense just turning it up a notch here. A quick 3 and out. And Corey will punt the football with Pendergrass deep. And punt is down at the Tornadoes' 49-yard line. So good field position for the Tornadoes, looking to perhaps add to this lead even further. Just another dominant performance by Brevard, 22-4 in first downs. Total yards, as we mentioned, 369 to 77. Rushing yards, 227 to 35. Hogan, by the way, is putting together a great game at the quarterback position. 9 of 10 for 142 and a touchdown. No interceptions. Hand off to Yoder. And big hit there by R.J. Carter of the Battling Bishops. Short gain, maybe a half yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9. New personnel checking in for the Tornadoes. Jordy Wilkinson. Also Logan Simmons.
Yoder and Hogan again.
Parks in motion. Hogan drops back.
Yoder.
finds Mitchell Yoder. Yoder then scampers after the screen pass, and a nice pickup there. Mitchell Yoder with one of the bigger performances of his career. He's already got 10 yards, 10 carries, 56 yards rushing, and then good-looking catch and scamper there by Yoder for another Tornadoes first down. 15 yards on that pickup. 23rd first down of the contest for the Tornadoes, and we still have 8 minutes, 55 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Flag on the play, perhaps. Nope, no flag. Meanwhile, Brooks along the near side. Thought we had an offsides call there, but no flag. And meanwhile, Brooks with the catch. And Hogan continuing his efficient, what began as a morning, now an afternoon. Handoff to Rouse. Rouse on the left side breaks a tackle. Hard running by Damon Rouse. Hogan, by the way, now 11 of 12. 168 in a touchdown. Rouse, that was his 7th carry. 46 yards for Rouse. The rushing attack, a big storyline for the Tornadoes. DJ Taylor in the backfield now, along with Yoder. So two-back system at the moment. Now Taylor along the left side. North Carolina Wesleyan was ready for that one. Seems like they're starting to play against the run a little more, the defense of the battling Bishops. 7:30 to play here, quarter number 3. DJ Taylor to the right of Hogan. A third down situation for the Tornadoes. And a stop by North Carolina Wesleyan. Charles Spears on the tackle. So Tornadoes now 5 of 8 now. Going for it, it looks like here on 4th down. This will be the first 4th down attempt of the game for the Tornadoes. Wesleyan tried one back in the first half, unsuccessfully. 6:30 to play here on the 4th and 3. Rouse, the running back to the right of Hogan, play action fake, now throws to the end zone towards Pendergrass, incomplete. Franklin on the coverage, along with Carter for the battling Bishop. So Bishop's able to stop the Tornadoes, but more clock chewed, and the Tornadoes able to flex their muscle with that running game again. That offensive line really doing a great job, not only creating holes for those running backs, but creating time for Hogan, who's been very effective. Now North Carolina Wesleyan going back to work. They're down by 30. See if they can generate some offense on this drive. Craig with the handoff here. A couple of broken tackles. Black with a good-looking rush there. Flag on the play. We'll see what that's all about. 6:12 to play here, quarter number 3. It's been all NATOs. So a face mask call. It's going to be on Stefan Kennedy. So there's going to be a bunch of yards tacked on to the end of that one. So North Carolina Wesleyan, their offense working their way to some of the better field position they've had all game. Their only score, by the way, came on special teams, so the touchdown shutout streak continues for the Tornadoes. 13 quarters and counting. Big hit there, but then a broken tackle. Black, some tough running there to break multiple tackles by the Tornadoes. Carry here. And nice job by the Tornadoes that time around. Antonio Williams in the middle of that one. Also Toby Naylor. Stefan Kennedy checks out to the sideline. One of the stars of that Tornado defense. New tailback for North Carolina Wesleyan. And meanwhile, this throw to the end zone almost picked off by Wesley Ross. Tornado secondary was all over that deep shot. It looked like 5 Tornado defenders in the vicinity. I don't know how well advised it is to attempt that pass when you're blanketed by the coverage. Meanwhile, 3rd and 8. So Tornadoes defense trying to get another stop here. Thus far, the Battling Bishops 3 of 7. Pledger on the coverage there. Pledger once again just lights out at that cornerback position, already with an interception, his 5th of the season, and making things virtually impossible for whatever receiver he is matched up against. Meanwhile, this will create another punt situation. Now, keep an eye out, perhaps a fake in this part of the field. Pendergrass back deep. Chase Corey, the punter. And Corey will try to hit a pitch shot. A brilliant punt downed at the 1-yard line. So a chip shot a la Phil Mickelson landing at the 1-yard line. So now 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes, backed up all the way on their own 1. Hogan will go back to work. It's always interesting the play call here when you're backed up at your own 1. Do you pound it up the middle and try to buy yourself a couple yards of just a cushion to be able to operate a little better? Sometimes even a quarterback sneak type play. Rouse, the tailback. And even at the 1-yard line, Hogan will operate from the shotgun position. Now handoff to Rouse, and Rouse with a big hole up the middle. What a hole there. Eubanks at the center position, and then those guards, Bargelo and Norman, creating major separation in the middle of that offensive line, and a truck could have driven through that hole as Rouse able to take care of the situation, a 13-yard rush, and just like that, no worries about being all the way backed up at the 1-yard line. Meanwhile, 4:10 to play here, quarter number 3, Tornadoes ahead by 30. Flag on the field. We'll see what this one's all about. It's going to be a false start on the Tornadoes. That'll back them up. So Tornadoes open this game following a Jock Pledger interception with a scoring drive that was capped off by a Dalton Cole 4-yard run to take a 6-0 lead. North Carolina Wesleyan, by the way, led this game 7-6 at one point, but ever since, it's been 31 unanswered for the Tornadoes. Cole with 3 touchdowns total, Yoder with a touchdown, and then Hogan found Pendergrass for a deep shot of 46 yards. Hogan back to pass. Finds Jamiriel Parks. Parks beats a defender, then takes on 2, 3, 4 defenders. Parks with some extra effort after contact. Jamiriel Parks, another first-team All-West Division performer. The junior out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Parks earned those honors both at wide receiver and as a return specialist, and the speed of Jamariel Parks on display, but also showing some toughness. Hogan. Pass up the middle. Trying to find Jaden O'Leary, the tight end from Fayetteville, North Carolina. A rare incompletion for Hogan and the Tornadoes. I do want to mention Eli Carr, the sensational freshman quarterback for the Tornadoes, went down with injury against Maryville last week, and wish him the best in his return. But Hogan relieved Carr in that one and helped the Tornadoes win that game last week in Maryville, Tennessee, and then certainly taking charge today as well. Rush up the middle here. Yoder with another big rush and turning into a career day for Mitchell Yoder. Another first down for the Tornadoes. First down number 27 for the Tornadoes. North Carolina Wesleyan with just 6. Yoder now leads all players with 11 rushes, 72 yards. Yoder once again. Mitchell Yoder, ladies and gentlemen, sophomore from Columbus, North Carolina, Polk County High School. Yoder once again, third straight carry. 2:20 to play here, so all this rushing prowess, chewing clock. The Tornadoes well ahead. DJ Taylor checking in for the Tornadoes. Parks split out to the right with Pendergrass. Taylor on the carry. Taylor then breaks a tackle. Taylor with a hard rush along the near side. Eventually brought down by R.J. Carter. And DJ Taylor, the sophomore from Lawrenceville Jr., with his 10th carry. And clock continues to chew. Now 90 seconds to play quarter number 3.
Same backfield.
Rush to the right side. Taylor. Rouse checking back in for the Tornadoes in the backfield. What a day for the rushing attack. Yoder with 13 carries, 87 yards. Rouse with 8 carries, 59 yards. Taylor 11 in 52 yards. Cole with 3 touchdowns.
71.
Big time tackle there by Noah Roberson, the big nose tackle for the Battling Bishops. By the way, this drive started on its own 1-yard line after the chip shot by Chase Corey. And the Tornadoes just have methodically driven all the way down the field. Snap here to Hogan. Looks to his right. Beautiful catch there by Jonathan Woods. What a catch. So Hogan with his second touchdown of the day. Now 13 of 16. And Jonathan Woods with the receiving touchdown. So Pendergrass and Woods each with touchdown receptions. And Hogan's big day continues to shine. Now 13 of 16, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Damalos with the extra point. And Tornadoes now ahead 44-7. So Hewitt will kick off again for the Tornadoes, who have stretched their lead to 44-7. Tornadoes with 38 unanswered points after North Carolina Wesleyan took the lead 7-6 way back in the first quarter on a kickoff return for a touchdown by Kevin Alford, who's back deep again for the Battling Bishops. Whistles on the play, so might have to regroup here and kick this one off again, I believe. Not sure exactly the ruling here, but it looks like a re-kick and simply that. So Hewitt will go back to work here. So a reset of the game clock as well. And we will kick this off once again. Hewitt puts toe to leather, and once again, not just do Hewitt's kicks reach the end zone, but they seem to be perfectly placed between the two return men, and just like a precise placement there with just enough leg to create the touchback. So hats off there to Damon Hewitt, sophomore out of Kinston, North Carolina, North Lenoir High School. Terrence Craig remains at quarterback with Black in the backfield. Carry to Black up the middle. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Tornadoes in control of this one with a 44-7 lead over the Battling Bishops. That last tackle made by John Burton III. Well, folks, stick around. We'll have quarter number 4 for you. It's been all Tornadoes in this one. Brevard 44, North Carolina Wesleyan 7. Fourth quarter getting started here on the campus of Brevard College. Ives Lamel Family Field, the new home of Brevard College football. Rush here by Black, and that's going to be a first down for the Battling Bishops. Got some new personnel in the game on the defensive side for the Tornadoes. Jeff Banning getting in on a tackle there, the freshman from Inverness, Florida, Citrus High School. Tyler Harrison, cornerback on the far side. Derek Frazier had a pick earlier. He's still in there at the nickelback position. Rush here by Black. Toby Naylor on that tackle, and got an injured player on the play, so stick with us here. Meanwhile, 14:20 to play here. After that running play, 3rd and 4 for the Battling Bishops. Well, stick around on this YouTube channel at 4 p.m. today. We'll be bringing you men's soccer action from this very field. The Tornadoes men's soccer team taking on Piedmont. USA South Conference postseason play. Meanwhile, all Tornadoes in this one, 44-7. Craig with the screen pass there to Irvin. Just short of the first down marker. And we've got a flag on the play. It's going to be a roughing the passer call. So tough break there in the Tornadoes defense. Will be penalized here, and it'll be a first down. .31 to play here, quarter number 4. So Battling Bishop's drive continues here, threading the needle there. And looks like a completion. Irvin. Safe to call that the best pass play of the afternoon by North Carolina Wesleyan. Just precise pass in between two Tornado defenders. And now suddenly the Tornadoes touchdown shutout streak. This is when you really got to kind of bear down the hatches if you want to keep that streak going. 14 quarters and counting. The Tornadoes defense has not allowed a touchdown. Today's only touchdown by the Bishops on special teams. And almost picked off there. Wesley Ross. Almost with the third interception of the afternoon by the Tornado defense. So now 2nd and goal. Wesley Ross jumping on that route there. And that will result in a North Carolina Wesleyan touchdown by Jeffrey Black. So all good things must come to an end. The Tornadoes' touchdown shutout streak ends at 14-plus quarters. So a tip of the hat to that Brevard College defense to go 14 quarters against your competition without allowing a touchdown is absolutely exceptional. So hats off to defense coordinator Luke Jakes and the Brevard College defense for that streak, and North Carolina Wesleyan able to score the touchdown and convert the extra point. So your score with 12:35 left to play here in the fourth quarter, Tornadoes 44, Battling Bishops 14. Jamariel Parks, the All-USA South Conference performer, takes the kickoff here at around the 20, and then he's chopped down at the 30. Nice tackle there on special teams for the Battling Bishops. Looked like Traven Blackwell on the tackle. So 12:31 to play. Yoder in the backfield for the Tornadoes. So Hogan will go back to work. Rush up the middle, battling Bishops. Read that one correctly. So an injury on the field. We'll take a timeout ourselves. Your score here in the fourth quarter with 12:18 to play. Brevard 14, North Carolina Wesleyan. Or check that, Brevard 44, North Carolina Wesleyan 14. So Todd Norman, the injured player, heads to the sidelines. 12:16 to play here. Hogan, very elusive there. Breaks a tackle, 360 spin. Andrew Tarleton now playing on the offensive line at that left guard position. So Unanks, Tarleton in relief of Norman. Eubanks at center, Bargelot and Drake on the right side. That offensive line has been outstanding under the direction of offensive line coach Everett Lindsay, one of several coaches with either NFL playing or coaching experience on this staff of head coach Bill Kayetz. As Hogan that time dealt with a convergence of battling Bishops. And that'll be a third down stop for North Carolina Wesleyan. So the punting unit will take the field. Hewitt will handle the punting duties. Well, if you recall back in the Huntington game here, Stephen Hogan was kind of splitting the punting duties with Hewitt. Seems to be all Hewitt today, perhaps with Hogan playing quarterback. Punt there, down at the 48-yard line. So your score with 10:29 to play here in the fourth quarter, Brevard 44, NC Wesleyan 14. So Terrence Craig will go back under center at quarterback for the Battling Bishops. Draw play up the middle. Tornado defense all over it. Ernest Smith II getting in on that tackle. The freshman defensive lineman from Barnwell, South Carolina, Barnwell High School. He's made his presence known during his freshman campaign. Exciting future, of course, with these Tornadoes. Strong senior class, but a lot of underclassmen as well. As this rush is absolutely stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Jerome Bass, we've called his name a bunch this afternoon. By the way, I do want to give a shout out to the drum line, adding to the festivities here at Islamel Family Field as 3rd and 11 here for the battling Bishops. Down 44-14. And sacked. And Tornadoes pass rush. Ernest Smith II in the middle of all that. So that'll bring up a 4th and 17. The sack by the NATO's defense. So nice work on that defensive line. Looked like Ernest Smith II leading the charge. Also Jerome Bass in the middle of all that. Pendergrass, punt returner back deep. This is very awkwardly off the foot of the North Carolina Wesleyan punter, fielded by Pendergrass. And Tornadoes will take over with 8:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Well, want to give a shout out to that drum line. The tenors, Raleigh Durham and Michael Prey. The snare drums, Keel McClester and Graham Patterson. The bass drums, Grace Vault, Mackenzie Douglas, Nathan Warner and Elijah Bloom. And the cymbals, Paul Cabin. Really adding to the ambiance here at Ives Lamel Family Field, the newly expanded Ives Lamel Family Field. Rush here to Yoder up the middle. Career day already for Yoder and just adding to those totals. Mitchell Yoder, unofficially 15 carries for 93 yards. Career high. Also career best for Stephen Hogan at quarterback. He's got 204 yards passing, 13 of 16, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 7:50 to play. Rush again to Yoder. A big dose of Mitchell Yoder this afternoon that the North Carolina Wesleyan defense has had to contend with, and just the running game altogether has just been exceptional. We've been talking about it all broadcasts. Yoder now up to 94 yards. Dalton Cole with 4 carries for 60 yards, 3 touchdowns rushing. Yoder also had a rushing touchdown. Damon Rouse, 9 for 59. DJ Taylor, 11 for 52. Cedric Brooks in that quarterback position, sort of a wildcat type set. 3 carries for 26 yards. Pass incomplete there, intended for Cedric Brooks. And that'll be a 3 and out for the Tornadoes. So punting unit heads back out to the field. So Hewitt once again will punt for the NATOs. Fair catch called and downed at the 48-yard lines for the battling Bishops. 6:54 to play here in the fourth quarter, 44-14 NATOs. So Battling Bishops will take over here. Under 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Rush here by Jeffrey Black. Eventually driven out of bounds. Logan Akins laying the wood. Well, a remarkable season for the Tornadoes. After a loss at Huntington, 26-18 back on February the 20th. 3 straight wins, 19-10 at Averett, 27-3 in the rematch against Huntington here at Islamel Family Field. Just a resounding, dominant victory on Saturday, March the 13th, and then a big road win last weekend, 14-3 at Maryville. Tornadoes were named co-West Division champions this week by the USA South Conference, and today making their case with a 44-14 performance thus far against North Carolina Wesleyan. Pass there, blanket coverage by the Tornadoes. Jock Pledger on the scene. Well, one more game for the Tornadoes is next weekend at Sewanee, a non-conference affair, but Tornadoes certainly a lot to be proud of this season, and this coming off of the most successful season in school history back in 2019, including the first ever bowl victory, the ECAC Scotty Whitelaw Bowl. And then the Tornadoes this year, the first season as full-time members of the USA South and also Division III, with a very compelling case that they are a team to be reckoned with throughout the nation, really, when you look at these results. 5:30 to play here, quarter number 4. And want to just tip our hat to everyone who helped make these games happen. Not easy during a pandemic to administer college athletics. And a lot of work went into these games. As a big play there, Jeff Banning along with Ernest Smith II. Banning and Ernest Smith II combining for a big-time stop there. Tornado defense still firing on all cylinders. 4th and 7 here at the 38. 4:45 to play here, fourth quarter. Craig back to pass. Heavy pass rush. Craig able to escape out of the pocket, and he'll have a first down and then some. 4:25 to play, quarter number 4. Pass complete there. And then carrying several Tornado defenders with him. And then a little bit of extracurricular after the play. RJ Everett eventually took down the Battling Bishop. 3:49 to play here in the fourth quarter. Men's soccer coming up after this one. A 4 p.m. start here at Islamel Family Field. Going to be excited to be joined by Brevard College alumnus, former goalkeeper for the Tornadoes, Patrick Hall, who's also volunteer assistant coach for the women's team. He's going to be providing some color commentary, some expert analysis in that Brevard College men's soccer contest versus Piedmont at 4 o'clock, and that'll be part of USA South Conference West Division first round play, essentially a semifinal matchup. women's team will be in action on Tuesday evening right here at Islamel Family Field, 7 p.m. kickoff versus Piedmont as well. So stick with us on the YouTube channel for some soccer action. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and then hit that little bell to receive all the notifications when the Brevard College Tornado Athletics broadcasts go live. 3:45 to play here, quarter number 4. First and goal situation for North Carolina Wesleyan. Rush to the right, and stepping up for a big-time tackle there, Q Jackson, the senior from Columbia, Maryland. One of several seniors who were honored. The Senior Day ceremony took place before the Huntington contest. You know, on the original schedule, that was the lone home game here at Islamel Family Field. And you can see that pride of that Tornado defense. Even though that shutout streak did, in fact, end, Tornado still working hard to keep the Battling Bishops out of the end zone. Well, once again, just a dominant stretch of football for the Tornadoes. En route to their 4th straight win. As now 3rd and goal for the Battling Bishops. And picked off there by Chasen Lowry, folks. The defensive lineman, and the Tornadoes bench just erupts. Chasen Lowry, a nose tackle for the Tornadoes, the senior from Pembroke, North Carolina. The 3rd interception of the day, and the Tornadoes, what a way to finish. One of those seniors creating just an absolute massive celebration with the most unlikely of interceptions. And Chasen Lowry, folks, with the interception, and a lot of energy when a big man gets an interception like that. So we mentioned this dominant stretch for the Tornadoes. In this 4-game win streak, including today, Tornadoes have outscored their opponents 104-30. 2 of those games did not allow a touchdown. So Chasen Lowry, meanwhile, absolutely hyping up the crowd here at Islamel Family Field, quickly becoming a fan favorite this afternoon, and absolutely jacked up. What a feeling for the Tornadoes. As the celebration continues with Lowry, you see defensive line coach and Brevard College alumnus Axel Easter in the middle of all that, congratulating his troops. Injury on the field, so we're going to hang with you here. 2:04 to play here, quarter number 4, and a sweet victory, just 124 seconds away for the Tornadoes. And the Chasen Lowry interception. Well, let's catch you up on the statistics of this one, because it's been all Tornadoes, no doubt about it. First downs, 30-13. Total yards, 509 to 212. Rushing yards, 304 to 131. Tornadoes with 3 interceptions. Pledger, Frazier, and now Chasen Lowry. And the Tornadoes trailed in this one 7-6, believe it or not, and just erupted, now leading 44-14. Dalton Cole with a 4-yard touchdown run and then a 40-yard touchdown run, which was just a thing of beauty, part of a 10-play, 90-yard drive. Cole then scored his 3rd touchdown of the day, a 2-yard rush back in the second quarter. Stamati DeMalos hit a 39-yard field goal. Mitchell Yoder with a touchdown run. Hogan to Justin Pendergrass with a 46-yard touchdown catch. Jonathan Woods with a 6-yard touchdown catch from Hogan. And it all adds up to a 44-14 advantage for the Tornadoes. So the holdup here was one of the officials was injured and is on his way off the field. So the officials then have to make their personnel adjustments when there's a injured official and reassign duties as needed. Meanwhile, offsetting penalties on a pair of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties for both teams. So stalling the inevitable, which is a Tornadoes victory this afternoon. 2:04 to play here, 44-14. NATO's on top of the Bishops. So Steve Hogan will take the shotgun snap here. Handoff. Yoder once again. .142 to play here, quarter number 4. Tornadoes will remain perfect in games played at Brevard College. In fact, we spoke about how dominant the Tornadoes were over this 4-game win streak, as another rush by Yoder. Tornadoes also just fantastic here in these new confines of Ives Lamel Family Field, the newly expanded Ives Lamel Family Field. Keep in mind the Tornadoes, a 27-3 win over Huntington in the first game ever played here, and now 44-14. So that adds up to a 71-17 advantage here at home for the Tornadoes. 50 seconds left to play as we tick away here. A dominant performance by the Tornadoes, over 500 total yards, over 300 rushing yards, adding to those totals. And another stoppage of the clock due to an injury. Hate to see this so late in the game with the game out of reach. But what a performance by the Tornadoes. An all-around performance. The defense played exceptional once again. Both the guys up front, led by folks like Jerome Bass, Damian Johnson, John Burton III, Chasen Lowry, Wyatt Langford, Antonio Williams, Trey Williams. The linebacking core was exceptional once again. Chris Diaz, Toby Naylor, Stephon Kennedy. And then the secondary, who continues to just be absolutely lights out. By the way, did this today without one of the absolute top performers of the Tornadoes. Dante Anderson did not play due to injury and didn't really make a difference because the Tornadoes secondary of Quentin Jackson, Wesley Ross, Logan Akins, Derek Frazier, Jock Pledger, and also guys like Tyler Harrison, DDA Hall were just exceptional. 3 interceptions total for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, Tornado offense, we've been mentioning the offensive line, Brandon Unanks, Todd Norman, Nicholas Eubanks, Andrew Tardelon, Zion Bargelo, Ari Drake, all making it happen in the trenches. Tight ends such as Jaden O'Leary and Jordy Wilkinson. Shout out to Gabe Rebular Catalon, the senior tight end also. Logan Simmons at H-back getting it done. And then that wide receiving core, Cedric Brooks, Jamario Parks, Jonathan Woods, Justin Pendergrass, names like that. All big performers today. And the running back core was just exceptional. Aaron Bennett, DJ Taylor, Damon Rouse, and Mitchell Yoder with a career day. Stephen Hogan with a career day at quarterback, and Dalton Cole, the versatile weapon for the Tornadoes with a 3 rushing touchdown day. So it all adds up to just an exceptional performance by these Tornadoes. So the final seconds will tick away here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. A dominant performance, a sweet tasting victory for Brevard College. Special thanks to the drum line for providing the atmosphere here, also the Brevard College cheerleaders, everyone involved with Brevard College football and athletics to make this production happen, and all the folks behind the scenes, members of the volleyball team, men's and women's basketball team, men's and women's tennis, men's lacrosse, all helping make this possible. Well, thanks again for joining us. Stick around. Once we get final stats, we'll bring you some more information on this one. But your final score here at Eyes Lamel Family Field, Brevard 44, North Carolina Wesleyan 14. Your final score at Ives-Lamel Family Field, a dominant performance by the Brevard College Tornadoes, a 44-14 victory over North Carolina Wesleyan. Scoring began on a 8-play, 64-yard drive back in the first quarter after a Jock Pledger interception. Dalton Cole capped that one off with a 4-yard touchdown rush. 2-point conversion was no good. North Carolina Wesleyan then responded with a 78-yard kickoff return by Kevin Alford, putting the Battling Bishops ahead 7-6. Cole then had his second touchdown of the afternoon, a brilliant 40-yard rush weaving in and out of NC Wesleyan defenders. That capped off a 10-play, 90-yard drive and put the Tornadoes ahead 13-7. Stamati Damalos then drilled a 39-yard field goal. Tornadoes led 16-7, and then another Cole touchdown, capping off a 6-play, 63-yard drive, putting the Tornadoes ahead 23-7. One more score before the end of the second quarter. Tornadoes taking a 30-7 lead into halftime after Mitchell Yoder scored on a 3-yard rush. Third quarter, more Tornadoes. Hogan finds Pendergrass for 46 yards, puts the Tornadoes up by 30. And then Hogan finds Jonathan Woods for a 6-yarder, 44-7. Tornadoes at the end of 3. Only scoring in the fourth quarter came from NC Wesleyan, a 5-yard rush by Jeff Black. That, by the way, ended a shutout touchdown streak by the Tornado defense. They had not allowed a touchdown in 14-plus quarters until that score by NC Wesleyan. Team statistics, the Tornadoes absolutely dominated. A 31-13 advantage in first downs. Tornadoes were incredibly dominant in total yards, 523 to 212. Passing yards, 204 to 81. Rushing yards, 319 to 131. Tornadoes able to sack the quarterback twice in 3 interceptions. Jock Pledger, Derek Frazier. And then to cap off this one, Chasen Lowry, the senior, kind of a feel-good moment for the Tornadoes. And a big story also was time of possession. Tornadoes just controlling the ball throughout this one, 38 minutes to 22 minutes for the Battling Bishops. Individually, Stephen Hogan, senior quarterback, 13 of 17, 204 with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. Career highs for Hogan. Also a career day for Mitchell Yoder, 18 carries, 104 yards and a touchdown. We mentioned Dalton Cole, 4 carries for 60 yards and 3 touchdowns. Damon Rouse, 9 for 59. DJ Taylor, 11 for 52. Cedric Brooks provided some excitement early on with the running game, 3 carries for 26 yards. Justin Pendergrass led the way of the Tornado receivers, 3 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown. Brooks had 3 catches for 47 yards. Cole, once again, showing his versatility, 2 catches for 37 yards. We mentioned Damalos, the field goal from 39 yards. Hewitt also had a solid day punting and also with some kickoffs. Return man Parks had 3 kickoff returns, while Pendergrass had 3 punt returns. And we mentioned the interceptions, Frazier, Lowry, and Jock Pledger. Defensively, the Tornadoes led by Chris Diaz with 10 total tackles, also had a sack. Jerome Bass had 5 tackles and a half of a sack and a tackle for loss. Also, Chasen Lowry got in with a assist on a sack. Ernest Smith II, exciting freshman, 7 tackles. And that'll just about do it for the statistics here at Ives-Lamel Family Field. Well, next up, Brevard College men's soccer, a 4 o'clock start for that one. And meanwhile, the Tornadoes football team will prepare for Swanee next weekend on the road. But just a dominant performance. Congratulations to the Tornadoes undefeated here at their new home of Ives Lamel Family Field, and a win streak of 4 straight wins. Tornadoes with a dominant victory in this crossover matchup against North Carolina Wesleyan. Well, once again, thanks to all who made this broadcast possible, and thank you, the viewer, for checking us out for this edition of Brevard College Football. Once again, your final score for the final time: Brevard 44, North Carolina Wesleyan 14. Go Tornadoes!
I'm definitely feeling more confident now than I was as a freshman. I've taken jumps in my academic career, and I've taken jumps in just socializing and getting out and getting to do things I've never done before.
The thing that brought me to Brevard is the experiential learning. I've always been a hands-on guy.
I love it here at Brevard. Over Christmas break, I was itching to come back because I love the area so much.
Experiential learning here is beyond all of my expectations. It has really blown me away with projects that are fun and exciting, and all the outdoor activities that we've done.
My financial aid process was very smooth. My freshman year, I came in worry-free, which was amazing because it allowed me to focus on my academics and focus on finding my place here at Brevard.
In Brevard, there's all kinds of things to do, whether it be go up into downtown and look at all the shops, or go up to any of the national forests and hike, camp, anything like that. And that's what I'm into: the hiking, camping, backpacking, the biking.
There's a lot to do outside. It's probably one of the prettiest places on the earth. And to come to somewhere where it's such a tight-knit community, where everybody has your back, I mean, you're not going to find that anywhere else at bigger schools.
I like to go hang out at the coffee shop, sit outside at the picnic tables, maybe do a little bit of homework there, and just socialize, because there's always somebody that I know there.
Brevard does make it easy to come here. The admission process is very simple.
Scholarship day, I came and they had everything figured out for me, and I sat down with the advisor, and it was super simple.
I love the faculty. I love the staff. I love the experiential education. So many things speak to me. It screams my home away from home. It's just a great feeling to be on campus, which is why I've decided this is where I'm going to be. This is where I want to graduate. This is where I want my degree to come from.
We want to play soccer.
We want to climb.
We want to play baseball.
We want to race.
We want to play basketball. We want to play football.
We want to play soccer.
We want to race.
We want to cheer.
We want to play lacrosse.
We want to play basketball.
We want to play tennis.
We want to play lacrosse.
We want to play volleyball.
We want to play softball.
Hi, I'm Tyler Clark, a junior on the Brevard College cycling team. Help us race this season by practicing the 3 W's. Wear a mask, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands. Thank you, and go Tornadoes.
I wear my mask to protect my daughter who has chronic kidney disease.
I wear my mask because I respect other people and want to keep friends and students and family healthy.
I wear my mask to protect others.
I wear my mask to protect my baby.
I wear my mask because I want to protect my loved ones, especially my grandparents. They're a little bit older, so I want to protect them for sure.
I wear a mask because I want to keep other people safe and healthy.
I wear my mask to protect my 3-year-old niece and because I care about other people.
I wear a mask because I really care about my students.
I wear my mask because I want to protect my friends and family.
Thank you for protecting our friends, family, and loved ones. We're all in this together.